test. Alright, we're good. Last week-ish, a couple of weeks ago, also Magneros and his magnanimous mates continued along the icy shelf. They were confused. Let me move this to my central monitor so I can see the reactions as I go. They were confused upon spotting a plume of smoke ahead. Port Burudum may not have been as abandoned as expected. As they draw closer to the port, Bretwin explains the wonders of the automatons that have been left behind to maintain the port. It seems ludicrous that they could have lasted this long, but as the fires of the watchtowers start peeking through the mist, it cannot be denied. Port Burudum is alive and well. As Bretwin waxes lyrical of the amazing devices, Olsen points out that it's super messed up to build a general intelligence and then to only task it with mundane tasks like cleaning the street continuously, like it's no better than a broom. Bretwin is saved from this
That
irrefutable
was a
point.
spot. Yeah, that was
Bretwin
a
is
sort
saved.
of like.
Excuse me. Bretwin is saved from this irrefutable point by a metallic voice. With a sound like a fist in a chainmail glove, the automaton guard demands to know who they are and where they hail from. Bretwin introduces himself and says they all hail from Algothera, and that is where they hope to return. The automaton's gears clink together behind the faded luster of its face. No record of Algothera. Before Ulsa can strike at the infernal contraption, Bretwin tells it that they actually come from Forge Technia. The guard springs to attention, and the gate is hastily opened to allow them entry. The guard tells them to put away their weapons and follow it to the town hall. Olsen unleashes one of his awesome quips. This is a job that could better be completed by a colored sign. The cadre flops to the ground in laughter. Even the robot lets out a little chortle. As they pass through the city, they pass many automatons walking away and ignoring the new arrivals. As the party reaches the center of the city, they are taken into a large hall. A bustling feast is ongoing inside, though no one is eating. The devices continually prepare new dishes and clean away old dishes, untouched, like a McDonald's when lunch rush has been delayed by a sudden storm. I have one dwarf, one half dwarf, and one tall dwarf. I now return to my post. Probably just achieved with no intervention at all, quips Olsen. Maybe a doorbell. Bretwin doubles over, but keeps his feet this time. Algie is spinning on the floor and fits. Olsen is on fire today. They grab a bite from the feast, but then a bump towards a room in the back of the hall. Algie glances at the table as they pass. It looks vaguely like the lost continent to the west that Olsen had learned about from a dusty professor in history class one time. They appear to be tracking something. They bailed into the next room before they can look any further, and the door is locked behind them. Welcome, new government, squawks the droid inside. It introduces itself as Administration 39 and reads from a book in front of it to tell them that they are now in charge, that everything is in good working order. It ushers them to their quarters and makes a note of the many guards around the place, like when you have someone house sitting for you and you tell them about your security cameras. The group get down to business, looking for booze immediately once the robot leaves. Bretwin produces some wine, whiskey, and the poorest looking brown ale Olsen has ever seen. Algie's node pings something to the east, and the cadre debates what to do next. Algie has experience escaping from cities. Bretwin suggests they stay and investigate further. Olsen has had enough and goes to bed for the night. Algie soon returns to his own quarters, while Bretwin stays awake a little longer to enjoy a moment of quiet and some fine food and wine. He finds a Justy journal, dated 1500 years ago. It's an ancient script, but it seems he was a part of the broad migration, and there is some threat forcing the dwarves to the east. The writer dreams of finding a mountain range as bare and snow-swept as his home. A tear slides down Bretwin's cheek as he literally drips with nostalgia. Further in the journal, there is a page about the abandonment of Fort Stregnier, with the dwarves sadly leaving it behind but hoping to one day build something anew. The last page notes that there are not enough boats to get everyone away at once, despite the automatons working away to create more. Bretwin takes a few hours, sitting by the fire to ponder what he has read and reminisce before heading upstairs to bed. End scene. You give me so much time. I really work on the metaphors, you know.
It was delightful. It was delightful.
Working on the jokes. Very nice.
I feel like we missed an opportunity to call. So we got Algie a half dwarf. Bretwin could have been a double dwarf. Oh, sorry, Olsen. Olsen would be the double dwarf.
Oh,
Bretwin's
yeah,
a real
that's
dwarf.
right.
That makes more sense. That was awesome, and it was quite nice. Like that, it was a good recap, and it reminded me how good that last session was. Like it had a little bit of everything, man. All right, well, don't get your hopes up with this one.
This is Lachlan after how many weeks has it been now? 4 weeks? 3
4
weeks?
weeks.
4 weeks of work. Okay,
My
indeed.
soul doesn't even exist anymore. All right, so you are awoken by polite but insistent knocking at the front door of your cottage
On each of your windows from the outside.
simultaneously.
Where did I go?
While you're exposing, I'm going to grab food out of the microwave. Exposing? Expositioning.
Exposing? You can say exposing.
I don't think you can.
Not on
Where did I-
stream. We don't get demonetized.
Well, you guys are exposing yourselves. I'll just sneak off for a minute.
The knocking persists. It doesn't get any louder. It is just incredibly persistent. I might turn my light on.
Excellent. You gotta do it, Ouchie.
I'm trying to. There we go. Just trying to get out. It's quite tricky moving around here. House is a bit crap. I'm just gonna pop outside so I can go back inside.
Alright. I'll rouse myself from my slumber.
Yep. Oh, there's double door.
I'm cranky because I feel like it's Bretwin's job to talk to the automatons, but
Oh yeah, Bretman's right here.
no, they were up all night drinking. They're probably in bed. I got a good night's sleep.
There's a double door. Oh, it's the mudroom.
Good morning. I have brought your breakfast.
Excellent.
One for each of you, of course. Classic dwarven cuisine.
What
I
do they
shall
have?
place it on the table. Please enjoy. And she places a rack of pork ribs, smothered in this really like beautiful smelling barbecue sauce, with
Breakfast.
roast potatoes. Yep, roast potatoes and breakfast beers.
That tracks.
See, this.
Yeah.
You see, boys, even as good as the food in the barracks at Algathera is, this is how breakfast should be enjoyed. Traditional serving of meat and ale to start the day leaves you invigorated to go about the things that you need to do. It has been some time since I've had a spread quite to this level.
You know, Bretwin, I thought that you did drink a lot, but I guess it's just a cultural thing.
The
I can
dwarven
understand.
thing.
I'm from Algathera. We just have a few brown ales every now and then, you know.
It's like that was pretty. You're lucky you redeemed yourself with the initial. Alcathera is amazing, but for us, it's going to be traitor state talk right there.
Oh yes,
And
of
then
course it is.
Go ahead.
It is of course wonderful, but I mean, imagine the cost to feed all of your soldiers something like this, especially ones with, well, not weaker constitution, but who are not used to such heavy things to start the day, as
Well,
proper and correct as it might be.
when we're back in Alcathera and we set things right, every table's going to have this type of meal. All the people. Yep.
We'll see.
Oh, the
Bretwin digs in very heartily.
happily chow down.
I'll
Breakfast
try a
beer.
breakfast rib.
Such novelty.
I have a little bit of beer. I don't feel like it's not a breakfast beer kind of day. I'm still a bit on edge, you know? It's not like
What
I'm
kind is
at
it?
the beach.
The same beer as last time, or is it a?
Describe the
lighter
beer to
beer.
us, Lachlan.
Oh no, it's a breakfast beer, a dwarven breakfast beer. It's
So-
a wheat ale.
Ooh.
You wouldn't start your day with anything else, would you?
Maybe a nice oat stout.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Some
yeah.
people do that.
Solid breakfast beer. Oh, I get used to this.
I don't know if I Google breakfast beer.
I will
It's
roll
definitely a
to
thing.
enjoy beer.
It is 100% a thing.
One of the wineries we went to like ages ago at the
77 is better than the brown ale.
for that Hunter Valley, they were like, "Here's a breakfast wine. Here's our other breakfast wine, and here's another breakfast wine." We're like,
I'm so concerned to roll this, but let's see.
Oh my god. Aether's barrel aged
Oh, no.
breakfast stout.
That's why
Breakfast
it
stout is-
suits us because it's like a nice light one, but it's too light
Yeah.
on for you. You're like,
Yeah, it's
it
basically
might as
just
well be a
drinking-
cup of milk.
Yeah, literally. He's like, well, at least their ribs are. He just pulls a little flask out of one of his pocket, or just a little
Well,
flask floats out of his pocket and just like blip, 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 blip.
some of that forced Jackie, you're like, "Oh, what'll this be?"
Exactly.
I have to shut this beer.
Man,
It's okay, Algie. It's
I-
cultural.
I found a breakfast beer that actually looks real good. It's like coffee and cinnamon in a stout.
Ooh, fuck.
I
That
get into
sounds
those.
cool.
I don't
12
usually
months in
drink
American
them
oak
at
barrels?
breakfast,
Fuck
but
me.
How do I get to this again?
I like a coffee stout.
I love the coffee stouts.
Breakfast.
I don't know if I'd actually drink it for breakfast, but maybe a brunch, like 11 a.m. on a big weekend.
Yeah.
I love days where you start drinking before midday. For a good reason, not because you're an alcoholic.
Just when you go to
You're like,
brunch,
I
what
call
was
those
brunch? That's what it's
Tuesdays
there
and Thursdays and Fridays.
for. Yeah,
It's 7.5%. That's what kind of breakfast beer is this? It's a whole meal.
It's a good day, breakfast day.
That's crazy.
Big can too, 500
It's a
miller.
big can.
Yeah.
It's
Nah.
a big boy.
a big can.
375.
Was it 375?
Oh.
Oh, that's, there you go. That's reasonable.
Looks like
Yeah,
Yeah.
tasteful. It's only 3 standard drinks.
7.8 probably is 375. Far out. Anyway, you hear more rapping at the door.
I look
Redmond
pointedly at
flicks it
Brett.
open with a psychic thingy.
Okay. Enters a. Hello, officials of. Sorry. Hello, rulers of Port Duridan. I am your humble clerk. Whatever you need done, I shall get done. Do you have any requests for today?
Well, yes, I think we should start out by, getting a tour of the port, finding out how things have been in the dwarves' absence, getting updated on the running of the port, how everything is, the numbers of
Yes.
people, supplies,
kept-
boats, all of that.
Have you kept
would like-
everything in working order?
Of course, such is our imperative. In fact, I believe you will be delighted by our progress. I surmise that you may ask about this. Please, here is a report, and he hands you this tome. It's thick, like 3 C's thick, of notes detailing the supply and the recent changes of every single thing, from the boats in the
It's-
harbor to the automatons running to the pigs in the larders, everything. Please peruse at your convenience. I shall wait.
Did he just wait there?
Like, wait right there.
He just stands there.
Redmond turns back around and plonks it next to his plate.
I let out a sigh.
You shall review later. Such is your wisdom, great ruler. Well then, on with the tour.
Rulers.
Oh yes, of course. A government must be comprised of multiple rulers. We are not a dictatorship after all.
Come on, you two, let's.
Aren't you?
I quickly have a look at the back page of the book. Just want to have a quick read of the most recent
The
activity.
most recent. Okay.
Ooh,
Roll
the conclusion.
me
Get straight to
a-
the conclusion. You've been here
Just
before.
wanna have a little-
What's is inspection intelligence, Cam?
inspection.
Investigation.
There's investigation. Is intelligence.
Investigation. Investigation. That's what I'm looking for. Roll me an investigation check.
Oh, I never opened my character sheet. It's too
Yes.
excited.
You got it. It.
13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oof.
All the
Damn, I'm
numbers.
so-
Go ahead.
Good. Like Allergy's character model blocked the dice from being a 20 before.
Oh, I hate that.
Now I'm up to 10.
Look, having a quick scan, all the numbers look reasonable to you on without the context you have, except boats. The number of boats is ridiculous.
High.
There are tens of thousands of boats.
What?
What? Oh, okay. I guess they were ordered to keep get enough boats to transfer the. Wasn't enough. I think. Well, who's with me? I don't think we're gonna have any problem finding a boat.
Do you tell me about the boats?
Yeah.
What do you mean, Algie? There you go.
Yeah.
Did we see like a million boats out the harbor out there? Less than a million.
They've got
but,
an Armada. Like
1,000
yeah,
boats.
they built an Armada boats. Let's have let's see if they're real.
What a turn of
Maybe
phrase.
they're
Never.
what?
Please. Where would you like to start your inspection?
I want to see the boats.
Yeah, I want to double check. I want to double check these figures are correct.
Of course. Please follow me to the way tower. I'm not going to make him hop there because it's going to take forever. I'm going to go this way.
My immersion.
Oh, you want to hop?
I always
No.
hop. every
Where are
time.
you going?
We're
Is this
going
you?
way.
Oh, you're over there.
Where do we
Little
go?
hops.
And then we're going to go this way.
Oh.
And then we're going to go this way.
Shit, where have I gone?
And then we're going to go this way.
Okay, this is a hard follow quest.
And then we're going to climb this watchtower.
Which tower? Is it this one?
Shift click yourself to the top.
I'm on the roof.
You shift click too hard. Please ascend to the edge of the parapet. Proceed to the edge of the parapet. You have already ascended. My apologies.
Back to first
A
person.
mistake.
Ouchie's fallen off.
Oh no.
So from up
I
here,
thought you said descend.
I am still. My apologies. I am trying to master your language as quickly as I can, but your dialect is quite foreign. But do not be alarmed. My protocols allow for rapid adjustment to this. It was factored in by our builders.
Hey, the dwarves, they did think of everything, Algie.
Can I just ask something? Do you have some kind of central hive mind kind of situation, or you're all your own little intelligences?
Oh, of course, we have the mainframe, and we share our knowledge with the mainframe, and the mainframe provides us knowledge back in return.
But like all the time, or once a day, or?
No, that would be impractical in terms of network bandwidth. We batch process the updates from the mainframe.
I look at Algie.
I would love to speak with this mainframe.
Of course,
Sometime.
we will inspect it as part of the tour.
Yeah.
So, looking out over the water, there is just boat upon boat upon boat upon boat. And there's like maybe 5 or so different types, but from those 5 types, they're identical. It's like going
What?
to like one of those suburban building projects where they build all the houses like basically the same, but like in slightly different.
Yeah.
You've got like small little boats, you got like the one big boat, and then you got a handful of boats in between, and that's just it, just replicated. And like you can see some of them like much older than others, but there's a automaton out there like literally like oiling the wood and painting the decks.
No.
The what?
Everyone.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Oiling the what?
the wood. Oh, sorry.
The wood?
No. No.
Oh.
No. The stone.
The stone.
They're
Round
polishing,
wood.
polishing
Round
the
wood.
stone. Yeah.
Polishing the stone.
The
Applying
dirt
more
wood.
stone on top.
Buffing the stone.
Boats
Scraping
not
off
made
the
of wood
barnacles.
will all be.
That's true. Every single one of those boats is a stone vessel.
Rock.
That's a stone cold armada out there.
Yeah, the Armada.
And
Will all be
sorry,
made of. Yep.
in the harbor, you can see that there's there's tons of boats being actively worked on
Literal
as we
tons.
speak. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Can I suggest our first act, perhaps? Maybe we should get them to stop building boats.
The Algafarian fleet could use this.
There's 8 Algatherian fleets out there, though. They're made out of rocks. How slow can they
It's
be?
a lot.
They're floating.
Barely. Barely. Look, that one. It looks like it's about to sink. I just point my hand at the boats.
Well, yes, some of the boats are about to sink, but that is why we have our repair routines that run daily. We must admit that we are struggling to keep up with the ongoing load that has been produced by our incredibly efficient production lines. But for that, we produce new automata.
Might want to put a stop to that, too.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
You see, I told
Like-
both of you that this is something that only spoken of in legend. The ancient stone fleets of the Western Dwarves. But to see it here, to see it laid out before us. Oh.
Based on our records, this is the largest fleet ever assembled in the history of Dwarvenkind.
We can see that. That's you have done most admirably.
Well, that's not very hard though.
We have executed our protocols as directed.
Well. I forgot. I had something before. I've lost it.
Sorry.
Yes, I'm sure.
yes.
Okay.
No, it was more a joke about let's just play here and play Factorio for the rest of the stop production. Focus on maintenance and
There is a
repairs.
new expansion.
The fleet must grow.
Yeah.
Alright,
Alright, very nice.
what's next on the
Boats.
tour? What do you recommend, Clark?
Would you like to see the boat construction facilities, or the marketplace, or the mainframe?
The marketplace. Come on. What are they?
Marketplace?
What are they marketing? To
The
whom?
marketplace.
To the marketplace. Descend. Please follow me down the watchtower. The
Edwin
marketplace.
clicks his heels together and floats off the side.
Wow. Oh yeah, I
Very
can use my
impressive.
gravitational business. I don't.
I walk
Oh.
down the stairs like an idiot.
My apologies for not addressing you by your titles earlier, chancellors.
Oh.
Chancellors.
Yes,
Chancellor
obviously.
Agi. It's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Welcome to our marketplace.
Where
That's a
did
fish
they go?
market.
Which
We
yeah.
are stocked, ready for trade of
Maybe.
all goods available to us, in case visitors arrive. And he takes you to this marketplace, and it's so nice. There's no one there except for the automatons, of course, and they're just waiting. But it is gorgeous, decadent.
Is there any like what stalls do I see? Anything shiny of value?
Paul.
Lots of seafood. Lots of seafood. Lots of like metal work. Like
Wow, this fish is nuts. Sorry.
I know, isn't it? Like,
This
isn't it
is-
sweet? Like, where did
Yeah,
these people
wow.
who made this map find this shit?
This is
Like,
fucking cool.
I just like. I feel like 80% of my DMing is just stealing people's Talespire maps and then
Yeah,
just,
look at
like,
this.
freaking.
This cool little fish barrel thingy.
Oh,
I know, with like
Bird
eyes.
of fish.
Yeah, bird of fish.
Like, not gonna lie, there's a lot of fish at this market, but there's dwarven metalworks, dwarven-esque, not dwarven. Like, let's be real, it's dwarven-esque metalwork, dwarven-esque sculptures, like stone sculptures. There's a section for like written poems, I guess, histories that have been dutifully transcribed, and that's about it. It's actually quite a like. Although there's lots of stuff, there isn't much variety. They really go hard on the fish though.
Okay. So there's no like mana stones or
No, I wouldn't say there would be.
what was that? Was the manometer going nuts here? Or was that only in? Did I check that yet?
Yeah,
Can't
your
remember.
Something to the east.
manometer is like when you're in this town, it's pinging.
Okay, yeah.
In the recap.
It was.
There's so much.
I remember it. Don't worry.
All right. So, like, how's the craftsmanship looking? If I wanted to buy a weapon, would it be a exquisite, high-quality weapon, or would it just be a regular-ass weapon that they're just making
One of
with
the
machines?
100,000 swords
They're
they
milling
made.
them out like a crappy dwarven boat that barely floats.
Dwarven boats slander ignored. The weapons are of no particular exceptional quality. They're serviceable. You could arm an army with them, but they're for your level of adventurer. They are mundane. Mundane is the perfect word. I'm gonna go grab a drink. Feel free to explore the markets.
Let's look at some
Yeah,
fish.
pretend what's in-
Well,
Man, the one that picks one, it all over
Yeah.
again. Just like,
Circular economy.
yeah.
I mean, the Dwarven Way.
These
That's
fish
so
are pretty
fucking-
fresh though.
Yeah, what do they do with the fish? Just dump them back into the ocean afterwards?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they probably all get cooked up if it's like consistent rolling feast.
Oh yeah,
at all
true, true.
points.
Rolling face.
Rolling feast for no one. But this is fucking cool. Imagine how long it would have taken someone to build this.
Yeah, nuts. What else?
You see, this is what the dwarves were able to do with their time. They created something that could stand the test of 1,000 years and continue running all this time, simply working without any extra external
With
commands.
with no purpose.
With no purpose.
They
With
build
a very
boats.
strictly defined purpose. Yes, build boats.
Build boats.
Ooh, there's a bakery.
Have you guys heard of the paperclip thought experiment?
Yeah.
Nope.
Nah.
So
Now you gotta explain it.
okay, the paperclip maximizer. So this is an example of instrumental convergence. So the
Double check.
paperclip max.
Check we're not getting raided, but first, but you're like, oh, you joined D&D? Let me tell you about the paperclip experience.
The people need to know. The people need to know.
There is someone in the chat. I hope you're ready for this paperclip expander chat. It's coming.
Suppose we have an AI whose only goal is to make as many paperclips as possible. The AI will quickly realize that it would be much better if there were no humans, because humans might decide to switch it off. Because if humans do so, there would be fewer paperclips. Also, human bodies do contain a lot of atoms that could be made into paperclips. The future that the AI would be trying to gear towards would be one in which there were a lot of paperclips, but no humans.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just saying, instrumental convergence might be something worth looking into.
Who's gonna look after the automata?
Look after yourself.
They don't have a purpose though.
They've looked after themselves for 1,000 years. They've just been building boats. This is like the exact. Anyway.
I mean, we just told them to stop building boats, so like, fuck, they're gonna do now.
They might kill us.
Mm.
We're gonna have to give them a new purpose. Otherwise, there will be great unrest.
Especially since we
Yeah.
said stop building a ton of puns.
They keep repairing them. There's no new ones.
The clerk sort of sidles up beside you and is like, "Are you satisfied with the production of our armada and the maintenance of our markets?"
It is incredibly impressive what has been done done throughout here, both the state of the fleet and these markets here. Tell me, what happens to all the goods here? Do they go into, I assume, the many kitchens to produce the many feasts that we've seen around the area?
Oh, of course not. They are recycled to produce more automata, to produce more boats.
Where are
Sure.
these? Yeah, where are these fish sourced from?
They are
They
pulled from the ocean via
Okay.
our armada because we have a fleet for fishing because we have produced more boats.
okay.
Just round and
Amazing.
round.
Boats,
Fish are real.
I'm surprised they haven't
Yeah.
run out of fish. It's one thing that
Yeah.
strikes me.
Sustainable fishing in the ocean.
You mentioned this, but it is a problem, yes. We are fishing wider and wider these days. And to solve this problem, we have produced more automata to produce more boats.
More boats equals more fish.
We are only just
Sure.
getting started.
Surely you would have correlation. More boats doesn't mean more fish.
Oh, but it does. We can fish wider and broader and find more fish, which produces more automata, which produces more boats.
Mm.
And that allows us to fish more fish.
I'll look right at Brett when I...
It's like,
Peak dwarven engineering.
well, the dwarves are very specific. I mean, are we surprised? No, we are
No.
not.
Now, about this mainframe then. Might we
yes.
continue the tour?
But, of course.
Is it going to be the beach ball until their house? Sorry, do
Nothing
you have to
good.
build a mainframe right now while we wait?
I've got it. It's hard to sort of direct you to, so I'm just going to build a circle on the map, and hopefully you can find that circle.
Um,
Wait, if I draw the arrow to you, does
I
that mean you can
zoom
get to
out
it?
a bit.
oh, you're out.
You probably need to.
Oh,
Wait,
it's
where's
all
the
the way
map?
over there.
It's far away, yeah. I'm
You're too
lost.
big.
Trying to find your bucket.
I've
Well,
put
here
it
we
in
are.
a corner on the southeast side of the city, somewhere over here. Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
Straight in the
Okay.
southeast corner.
Can you follow the line?
The line. Who's got the big bubble?
Look where I am.
Me.
I can draw
If
an
it
actual
fails,
line
I can just
'cause I'm
move
not a
people.
crazy person. There you go.
Oh yeah, Olsen, there you are.
Do you see my line? Market friend?
Yeah. With this jester.
Okay. Yeah, so are you guys at the front?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you're already inside?
I'm out
No,
the
we're
front.
we're at the front by the little fountain statue.
Oh, yes. The fountain statue is the mainframe.
Oh.
And all these, like, pipe things around the side, like, ignore the food. The pipes are spitting off, in fact, I should just delete the roof. Hold on. I'll do some...
It's so
oh,
fucking
okay. Oh, maybe I
awkward.
can. I want it to be like this. Does this make sense?
The pillars are the pipes. I
Pillars,
was like,
they're
what
the
pipes?
pipes. Exactly. The pillars are like these huge vents. So as you approach, just visualize like the other side, the way the left side is, right? Just use your imaginations. Oh, maybe I can delete it. I wish there was probably a way of bulk deleting, but I've invested no time in actually learning how to use Talespire.
Yeah.
I just steal stuff.
Bippity boppity, your code is now my property.
I'm a magpie, exactly.
I miss that man. I miss him so much.
Okay, there we go. We have we have the mainframe. Doesn't that look cool?
No.
So you've got this this fountain, that's full of these like classic dwarven carvings, and it's full of these like runes that are glowing like sort of matrix style, right? Like they're just sort of glowing and then fading in turn. And there's like a sort of a pool of like gently I guess simmering liquid underneath, and there's just pillars of smoke coming out from these stacks up to the left and the right.
Quickly check my monomometer, like a Geiger counter. Like, is this?
It's
Wipe it across
hanging.
the area.
Hanging.
Yeah.
It's not even stopping. It's just
It's a lot of mana here.
as you are sort of brought, like as you arrive, you see some organic matter. In this case, I guess a big fish carcass thrown into, well, not in a carcass, just a full-on fish that for yesterday's fish market thrown into the liquid.
Just be clear, that is a carcass, you know.
Yeah, that's
I guess it's
It's carcass.
It is a carcass. Behold the Burden, the Beruderan mainframe. From here is whence we seek our wisdom, and we provide our experience to broaden the objectives of Port Beruderan itself. All hail the mainframe.
Can we ask the mainframe any questions?
You may, and I shall interpret the answer for you.
I'll have a quick chat to. Just a moment then. I want to talk to. Do you think this mainframe would know how to potentially defeat Terra? If it's spent all this time thinking?
I mean, she certainly has been camped out in Forge Jacknir for... Well, I mean, who knows how long she's been there, but they did seem to react when we mentioned that we'd come from it.
And there
Perhaps-
were automatons at Forge Jignia.
That is true, but would they be connected all the way back here? Would they be connected to the Forge itself?
Perhaps there's some allegiance that we need to be careful of. Quick lore check with you, Brentwood. Do the dwarves
Or-
like Terra?
Roll a
Yeah.
history check. Let's find out.
Also, we're gonna ask Bertlin. Perhaps we could also ask if they have the plans for Forge Jeknir. We can make our own. Algatherin near.
It's not a bad idea.
That's actually dope as hell. Like, that's fucking, have inspiration. That's
I've got inspiration. I always have fucking inspiration. I forget to use it.
We need to get on this heroic inspiration from 5.5 where it can stack. Wow. Oh, my base flashed when I did. Oh no, I'm gonna inspiration that. That was awful.
Yeah, use it.
Use.
I don't feel like I'm particularly stingy with inspiration. I feel
No,
like
you
it's
give it
pretty
out all
easy.
the time. We oh for
I just I haven't rolled much.
Give him your inspiration, Cameron.
Yeah, I'll give him my inspiration.
a third.
You were so inspired by my question.
Ah!
For fuck's sake.
Redford, I'm a
Everyone's
cleric,
like standing there, he's like,
Can I give him my inspiration as well? I've got one too.
absolutely.
Let's clear the decks. Roll again, Brentwood.
Come on.
Whoa.
Really think, Brentwood.
It's the worst one so far.
Redford is like, he's definitely just like. I think the dwarves definitely would have worshipped Terra at some point. I mean,
They have.
he's
they
of
have
the
definitely
earth, dwarves
heard
of the earth. Makes perfect sense.
Look, for a 5, I think that's too much. That's too insightful.
You know what? Yeah, what happens? What happens with a was 5 your highest roll? What happens?
No,
is,
that was the last roll. With
Last
inspiration,
one.
do you get to pick, or you just take the next one?
It should take the best.
you take the best.
So bad.
What was the
9.
best
Okay,
one?
so that's
9.
9.
I think it's 9.
So you stand there and like
4 fucking rolls. Oh my god.
you think this through, and you're like, well, my what does Brentwood sound like?
More forceful.
More forceful. Okay. Well, the Earth is of Terra, but the dwarves mine the Earth. So, is the dwarf a subject of Terra, or is the dwarf an enemy of Terra? Terra provides the soil in which we work, but we disturb Terra's natural environment with our mining. Well, are we one with Terra, or are we against Terra? And it just
Brentwood,
pontificates about
This
Just
wasn't really a
endless.
philosophical question. I thought you
Yeah.
might know. It's okay if you don't know. I don't know.
Also, were you not listening to me? Of course I know.
I didn't
can't
pay
give
much
you all the
attention in church
answers.
either. It's okay.
Paying very much attention in church. Fucking hell. Oh my god. Yeah, basically, you have no fucking idea.
That's so funny. Oh my
I love it.
god.
Can't get rid of my inspiration.
That's
I
the shit
roll-
you play D&D for, isn't it?
8 rolls or below 10. Yep, that's what I
Oh
live
my
for.
God.
Only there were
Just-
death rolls. No.
I seriously don't think I've played D&D with anyone who rolls as consistently poorly as Dylan. It's incredible. Tooch's
Yeah.
dice, like physical dice, the digital dice, they're
They
cursed.
all
It's
hate
just
me.
nice.
They all fucking
wait.
the Pathfinder podcast I listen to. They have someone who's equally cursed, and so many of his characters have died because he's fucked up rolls to the point where they have an audio drop that's like, "Joe's gonna roll. Get ready for that one." And it's just like, wow.
We need one of those.
It's incredible.
I'm looking forward to your next death rolls. I'm excited.
Don't put that on him.
Oh my
It's too
God.
late now. This is
Too late.
flashbacks. I remember this.
It's happening.
All right. So
we
what
can get
question
anything
would you
out
like
of
to
that.
ask of the mainframe?
Yeah. What about? Why don't we could just ask, like, what information do you have on Terra? I asked the interpreter.
Okay.
What was
Yep.
what was their name again? Shit.
Clerk. It's Clerk.
Clark the clerk.
You can call him Clark if you want. Sorry. What was the question? What information do you have on
Yes.
Terra?
Yes.
The clerk sort of places his hand on the mainframe, and it's one of those like, holy ghost experiences where like,
What was that again?
yeah, you know what I mean?
Very scientific.
Yeah, everything in this town has been like so orderly until that moment, but he descends from his communing with the mainframe and says, "The mainframe has an encyclopedic knowledge of Terra. What would you like to know?"
How is Terra's relation with Port Burden?
Terra has no strong feelings, either positive or negative, about Port Burden. Terra is mildly inconvenienced by the aggressive mining of the natural resources in the area, but in the scheme of things, it is a small concern.
Okay, and what are the strengths of Terra? I'm gonna do something here.
The strengths of Terra. Terra is superb at creating natural armies to do her bidding. She enlists the forces of nature to disrupt those that she views as threats to the existence of the planet itself. Terra is very vengeful and seeks out those who have frustrated her or she views as particularly dangerous with a tenacity that is frightening.
And just to round out her info, what's her weaknesses? And I give a wink to the group. I've done it.
Don't wink.
The mainframe has small records upon her weaknesses, but has surmised that perhaps this single-mindedness around destroying her most pesky of enemies could be exploited.
What was that again? So like,
Single-mindedness.
oh, single-minded.
Single-mindedness could be
Yeah.
exploited through a
Yeah.
multi-dimensional assault upon her.
Multidimensional, eh? And a little psychic tentacle like reaches out from behind Bretman's ear.
Yes, even gods are not omnipresent.
Excellent. That's good to
Yes,
know.
We've certainly
Um,
learned that. Huh.
The mainframe suggests a strategy involving multiple diversions and one key attack with a large investment of resources when Terra may not be expecting it because of prior engagements with those diversions.
Boats. I should say that.
Boats, right?
Boats.
I feel like they basically said boats.
Yeah. Said wave after wave. Bretland, do you want to ask it any questions, perhaps about the forge?
Yeah. You might obviously, you all have been there was the great march from the forge towards the port. There wouldn't be, plans, schematics of how the forge was initially constructed, would you? As of course the new rulers of the port, we would have, should have this knowledge just to be abreast of all the goings on in the area.
Yeah, like we left the old plans at the forge. We can't go there anymore. So
Await while I consult with the mainframe. It's still funny. It's still funny.
It's fucking so funny.
It's so stupid.
Just the idea, like, puts its hands on things like.
Yes, we have what we believe to be a precise and original schematic in our library for your access at your leisure.
Yes, that will certainly be most useful. We will peruse that at our leisure, as you say.
Port Buridan's schematics and programmatics are also available at your leisure.
Useful to know. What? Bretwin wants to know. So, yeah, character. Something else. When clearly we know in the broad migration, everyone fled from this area. Where were the dwarves going? Were they purely heading east? Was there somewhere they were specifically? Where were they aiming for, or was it simply to get away, even if all of them could not get away at once?
The dwarves had angered. They had dug too deep. They had angered ancient forces that were resting beneath the surface. To be honest, the dwarves, this is a common pattern amongst dwarven civilizations. The mainframe believes, if the mainframe were in charge, that dwarves should be selectively bred to eliminate this desire to dig so deep. The mainframe has eliminated this desire from the automaton. Sorry?
Everyone's happy until the eugenics come out.
It's just like,
The mainframe has provided a stable environment for the automatons, where only the global maxima of boats produced is optimized for, and all other metrics are kept within acceptable boundaries. The dwarves have no such restraint and dig too deep, too often, and disturb ancient forces. And thus, the pattern had continued in the western reaches, and the broad dispersion, the broad migration was literally anywhere but here. Some went east to the rumored continent of Great Hope. Some went further south to hopefully avoid the wrath of the Ancient Ones. Some went further north, but those were almost doomed to perish. Dwarves cannot survive such frigid conditions.
yes, probably most wise option. We have gotten into trouble before. It's always like, oh, you'll just dig a little bit deeper, and then the magma's right there, and everyone has a bad time. What sort of ancient forces was it this time? You said Terra didn't have any enmity with the port, so clearly not her, but what was it?
Frame believes it to be a natural force, born of the creation of the world, disturbed from their rest, determined to eliminate those who had ruined its slumber. To rest it returned, it is believed, which is why poor Burden has not perished. A primeval being,
Diablo.
power level unknown. That's
But
so
it has-
that's so fucking nerdy. Power level? God damn it.
It's too
It's
late
almost
now.
like you're a massive fucking nerd lock.
I just finished listening to like this lit RPG. Have you heard of that genre?
No.
No?
It's
Well,
it's
as you said.
it's literally like a book that is just an RPG. So the main character like levels up and gets like items and like ability points and shit.
You're reading Solo Leveling, that's right.
I did. I gave it 3 stars. It was fine. I enjoyed the novelty of the genre, but I don't know if I could like actively recommend it to people.
Especially if you only read it. The whole point of it was that it was real pretty.
You
I
need,
bet it
you
was
need yeah, the manga's real cool.
Mm.
Or the webtoon or whatever.
I'd kind of like to like skim through it now that I've got the plot. I'd kind of like to see some of these things.
Yeah, definitely.
Send me like a link if to like a free thing that I can just look through. Wait, is that illegal on Twitch? I mean a subscription
Support
service.
the official
It's
release.
free.
Yeah.
I think
It's
don't think
free.
you can share it with other people, but like, who knows? You know, maybe it's hosted legally somewhere. I don't know.
Send me the
I like how you're
the
like, wow,
completely-
damn, I said power level, that's so nerdy, and then you're like, you guys heard of lit RPGs? And, oh, I gotta read the manga.
That's why. That's why I said it. Because this fucking book was like, you have leveled up. Strength 53. Stamina 29.
Oh,
Seriously.
wow, they went like right into it.
Read out the stat
Yeah.
block like every
I
other
thought there was
chapter,
a
and
lure of story over the top of it. No.
No,
They
and,
literally
like, I'm
said-
literally listening to it, so I had to listen to this fucking book, just like read out the full stat block
Oh,
every time.
that'd be rough. The
That's why I
mangas,
got-
they do that a lot. I just like scroll right past it. Just like, yeah, whatever. and, like, you
again.
gain some
I
stats.
don't care. I don't care.
Number go up. We get it.
Yep.
Stab,
Seriously.
do a silly thing and stab the dude in the face.
Number go up, we get it, could be actually a very valid review of that book.
Actually, yeah, quite literally, it's number go up. We get it.
Yeah, seriously. I'm not gonna read the rest of the series because I'm pretty sure I got the idea. Like I don't think it goes anywhere from there.
It doesn't.
Scathing-
The ending's
scathing
fun,
review.
but it's about what you would expect.
The thing is, I actually recommend. I think with 3 stars, that is actually a recommendation. I would recommend people to experience this for the novelty of like a book that's a video game.
Yeah.
But don't invest more of your time. Once you've got like the concept of the genre, you've
Yeah.
experienced enough.
Read a couple of chapters and then, yeah, you're done.
Yeah, then move on with your life. Absolutely.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was a huge tangent. Force Dug Too Deep, Primeval Force, Unknown Power Level. That's where we're up to.
I have a
Are
question.
there any other queries you have of the mainframe?
As the administrators of the town, are we allowed to leave?
Well, Chancellors, you are here to accelerate the optimization of boats produced. So leaving would impact upon the boats produced due to your lack of stellar leadership. So leaving would be a reduction in boats produced, and we cannot have a reduction in boats produced.
One of the most important facets of leadership is gaining other perspectives, a collaborative coming together of ideas. As part of that, I think it might be best for us to go on a conference of sorts.
Roll persuasion.
Guidance.
You-
Bradman pokes you in the butt.
This
Have a
is
D4.
this is the time when you would want to refine guidance.
If only I had
Use-
inspiration. Oh, I didn't need it.
Only
Eh,
That was potentially like one of the most important roles of the campaign.
Plus
Yeah,
one,
brilliant.
charisma.
That's fucking. Mm. This is why Olson Magnaros is the hero and not Brentwood.
Yeah. Not Brentwood.
That's main character syndrome. Let me consult the mainframe. The mainframe believes there is merit to your suggestion. We potentially have only reached a local maxima in boats produced. Perhaps external knowledge could help us approach the global maxima. Please, O great chancellors, proceed forth upon your quest. We will be awaiting your return, and in the meantime, we will produce more boats and keep everything in Port Burden running seamlessly.
We might not go on conference today. I was just inquiring about it.
Oh no, you must!
Now we've got okay.
Yeah.
You must optimize the amount of boats produced.
Well,
Fair,
print off
fair.
that forged Eknir thing for us, and we'll.
Of course, if you require resources for your for your travels, we will provide them, including any knowledge. Knowledge is a resource, after all.
Yes, of course, if we are to approach the rest of the world and how to maximize boat production, we will need to be fully supplied and stocked up before we are able to do this.
Got another idea. Get in my little circle again, so the automatons don't hear us. You know, there's that big mana. Was it the ice giant? Mana bit, right? Why don't we get them to start preparing it? But then it'll also potentially weaken the automatons in case they get a little automaton, you know?
We're way past that right now. I look
Yeah,
over
no,
the
but then-
automatons. Can they hear us?
Probably. I mean, it's been 1,000 years. They've been here fine this whole time. I don't think anything's gonna change, to be honest. Not if we don't kick them into any direction.
But at least they could just get the node ready.
Yeah, I think that's what Cam's suggesting. He's saying we're going to kick them in the direction of starting a war with the Frost Giants.
And if the weakest one, I mean, the first round was okay, but Alcathera could do with more mana.
I'm on board.
Bretlin?
I mean, I'm against disturbing such an.
Olsen's already made the decision. Let's.
It's 2v1.
Yeah, exactly. You
Okay,
know
Chancellor.
my position of this. I am not for.
You agree as well? Good.
Oh, great chancellors, please share with me your wisdom.
Yep. We while we depart on our seminar across the lands, we would like you to prepare the was it the frost giant
It was
mana
like
node. What was it
it
called?
was like
Frost
the
giant
like
tomb. It's not tomb.
Yeah.
There's a better word for tomb, but
it
I
was
couldn't
like
think of it.
a shrine to like an ancient ruler of the Frost Giants.
Yeah, the frost giant ancient ruler to prepare that site for mana extraction in the near future.
Oh,
To
Why is-
improve the boat production.
wise chancellors, that is an excellent idea to improve boat production. Perhaps with the additional access to such a powerful mana source, we can produce more automaton, which will in turn produce more boats.
There's no way this will bite us in the ass.
No way, this is foolproof, this plan.
Where's my notes section?
I'm just imagining all the automatons so that, you know, they got like their heads just twist like 180 degrees and they've all got like angry faces on us.
Just like,
It's time to go to war.
We shall shift production to a military focus to assault the Frost Giants. This may result in a reduction in boats in the short term, but please, chancellors, do not be concerned, because the long-term gains projected from such a acquisition are astronomical.
As good to hear, good to hear. And he just like looks at Olson and looks at Algie and he's just like,
Done it.
Psychically to Algie, he's like, Algie, every fucking time you do this.
Alcathar's gonna love the mana.
I've been doing like OKRs at work, like objective key result shit, and like I think it's leaked into D&D.
Global maxima must build both.
Yeah.
So bad. It's so bad. Stupid. All right, very good. Very good, Chancellors. We shall assume this strategy immediately.
Excellent. Prepare your best boat as well soon.
We have very many of our finest war vessel. Which of the 3,000 war galleys would you like to choose from?
Should we take a couple? Should we take a little flotilla?
If you wish to sail a flotilla, we have sailing automaton available to assist in your journey.
Yes, I think that would be most respectable. Obviously, we need to show the great boat building prowess of Port Burderin, and what better to do that with a small flotilla? We couldn't only bring one boat. People might say, why do you only have one boat? Did they not have more to spare? No, we have the global maxima of boat production through your amazing work. We have to show it off.
Yes, dwarves are not very good sailors at all, so contingencies were put in place by our builders to make sure that the boats that we produced could be used. Because at the end of the day, business value is acquired by sailing boats, not just by building them. I'm gonna go to the toilet, I can't handle this.
Generate boat value.
Lachlan broke.
Giggling away.
Oh my god.
Well, we've done it. Another node for Alcathera.
Yeah.
A mighty know that. Good lord. My order card. The
It's
things
gonna
that
be
are
hard to get
unavailable.
the mana back again.
But they could just make a ferry by boat.
Do you think we could convince them to stop building boats?
At this point, it does not sound like it.
Does not sound like there's a...
No, maybe we could get them to start building a cable of mana. Like the internet.
Deep sea cable. Holy shit.
Deep sea cable.
To the big boat in the sky over in Algathera.
Yeah.
The largest boat.
Continents, like, boat, you know?
We don't need to don't talk too much. Just general terms. And when we come back from the conference, we can tell them, it's coming together.
Yeah. Seminar conference. Come back with a new ethos or whatever the hell.
Oh my god. I love
It's
that
a
so
conference.
much.
It's a conference of ideas. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to confer some ideas on you guys, and you guys will confer ideas upon me.
Confer with botany.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Maybe that should be the prime directive.
There's someone who really hates boats back in Alcathera. Over that, those are Alcathera though.
I think it's the surgical strike that we need, though. You know, precision.
Yeah.
All right, we've already said too much.
I think it's funny with D&D. It's like the weird little side quests that often produce the best D&D content. Like,
It's always the way. I saw a great meme the other day that it's just like DM shoving a book into someone's face, and it's just like an offhand comment someone made about Lizardmen. The DM now having gone full balls to the wall about making Lizardmen a complete central plot point and it being everyone's problem immediately.
yeah.
The players should be like, I didn't even know we had Lizardmen.
It reminds me of the Pulse Hydra session we did back in the other campaign, which was fucking awesome.
Oh, it's so
Like what one?
The false. Do you remember the false? Wait.
Oh, the false. Yeah.
Ah.
I don't know if
You remember it?
I just didn't hear you.
Honestly,
That would have been good
probably,
though.
probably like the best, if not top 2 D&D sessions I've ever had.
That was
like,
a fun one.
fucking
That was
next
very good.
level.
That was insane. But I gotta admit, I've been having I promise nothing this session, but I've been having an absolute blast with these automatons. They're so funny.
Swapping to full military mode. Full programmatic shift towards military might prepared. Like, fuck.
The systematic destruction of all frost giants in the region shall be obtained.
Ooh,
At
did we
all
do a
costs.
genocide?
That's not quite what I said.
Oh my god, where were we up to? I think. Do they just? So they've
Talk about
promised
business
to give you
value
whatever
from
you
sailing
want.
boats.
Oh, that's right. That's true.
This problem will solve itself in the future. You know, it's like, oh, you got a mice problem, so you get some snakes. So you got a snake problem, so you get some whatever.
And then the
Cane
gorillas
toads.
die in the winter. I know.
Yeah, exactly. The gorillas die in the winter.
What do you mean the gorillas die in the winter?
Our gorilla this time is that primeval entity, so you need to worry.
This is actually like highly cathartic to me, as like a mockery of what I've been doing at work for the past month.
It's always good to be able to work it out. Or to
Oh yeah,
shake it out.
I'm catching some feels over here.
Oh, I want to
Alright.
suggest one more thing. I'm concerned. You said that you're expanding fishing production because there's less fish around. Don't you think you could eventually run out of fish?
Yes. The chance of running out of fish has been calculated as a minor concern because we can always produce more boats, which fish a wider area, obtain more fish.
More energy to fish a wider area, though. I feel like we're being wasteful by not maintaining a nice level state of fishing.
The only waste is in terms of missed opportunities to produce more boats.
Facts.
It's inarguable.
But if you started farming the fish, the boats would need to go less far, saving time in return journeys for fish, giving more time to create more boats.
Chancellor, that is exceptionally wise. Please, before you leave, we believe it would be imperative to instruct us upon how to produce fish farms.
Yes, that is definitely something that I know about.
Surely the
Oh wait,
mainframe has some knowledge about fish
I
farms.
literally do have a fucking spell for this. Oh,
That's very
What?
convenient because you are not allowed to leave Port Burden until you have instructed us upon how to produce
Ah.
fish farms.
Brett, when
But
you
what of the conference?
it's just that we've already, we paid. It's like 3 days.
I booked a hotel.
Conference.
the conference. Oh my god, I just got
So dumb.
so wonderfully dumb. Oh fuck.
Okay, so what's your spell for fish
Okay,
farming?
so I have a spell called Borrowed Knowledge, which you draw a knowledge from spirits of the past, choose one skill which you lack proficiency of. For the spell's duration, you have proficiency in the chosen skill, yada yada yada. So I can basically cast it to give myself proficiency on something.
That's amazing. Alright, you have proficiency in fish farming.
Fish farm.
Alrighty, so let's.
Animal handling.
Yeah, what would history?
Just make it up.
I'm happy to give you. I'm absolutely happy to. I think like
Animal handling sounds
I think
perfect.
animal handling sounds legit.
Yeah.
There's no
alright.
animal husbandry or anything, is there?
Something about them.
What's that for? Oh yeah, so animal handling +3. So there's the +7 or +3 +4.
+7's got to get you over the line, surely.
14.
14.
Oh, 14. Okay, 14 is not too bad.
Don't have any more inspirations.
You look. It's not your finest lecture. You have you have conveyed knowledge much more elegantly in the past, but
There's
the
a lot,
general idea.
there's a lot
is
of
there.
talking about Autocar in the middle of in the middle of all of this.
Absolutely. There's a lot of like praising of God unnecessarily injected into your
Just to give you a bit of
technical
extra
course
time,
about fish farming. Yeah. There's some like a weird tangent about the morals of farming fish that like the automaton really don't care about, but you know, at the
Redmond
end of
was
the
given a platform, and off he went.
at the end of the day, you get the message across, and the clerk consults the mainframe again, and he reports, Chancellor Bretwin, it is believed that your suggestion has increased boat production efficiency by 4.9%.
A marvelous change.
It is exceptional. We have not had such an increase in aeons.
Well, it's as your chancellor, it's the least that I can do.
Yes. We shall ignore all of what you said about the morals of this act to make sure that we increase boat production as much as possible.
A fair option. Order be praised.
All in service of Ordecar. Or would they say that? All in service of our imperative.
That makes
Heritage of dwarves.
All right. What else was it? We were going to see something else, right? Boat
I
production.
think it was just these.
Mainframe, the market. Did you want to see the boat production stuff?
I feel like they would want to show us the boat production stuff.
I assume they.
I think if we suggested maybe we'll skip the boat production, we would get lambasted. Would
Please
be worth it.
follow me to our shipyards. Just over this way.
Where am I?
Sweaty, sweaty, sweaty,
We
sweaty.
can't need to, like, you know,
Where'd my guy go?
give this map maker their dues.
Oh yeah! Wow.
It's so good. It's
It's
just so
actually
good.
ship making.
You thought I was kidding, but I'm not kidding.
It's a bit less stony than I expected.
Yeah.
You know, that's all stone.
Fucking look at that! What the fuck? That's so cool.
The support beams are.
It's actually insane.
Just all the barrels.
Is this rope stone?
It's the rope is not made of stone. Don't be ridiculous.
What's the matter?
It's made of rope. What's rope made of? Rope's made of
I don't really know.
Like plant
Hemp?
fibers and
Rings?
stuff like that.
Hemp?
Fibers?
Hemp.
yeah, plant fibers.
Yeah.
There's a hemp field just out
What
of
about
town.
a snow spider? Silk.
Snow spider silk. That's perfect. It's snow spider silk.
I think it's
Did you
gonna
ever
be
look
actually a
into it?
chain made of stone. But
He takes you over this way to this facility. Because this is actually dope as hell. Let me open the doors over here.
Where are we going? Sorry.
Follow him. He's gonna walk this time.
Oh, yeah.
Please,
the wet dark.
follow me. Most of our vessels are produced where we have just observed, but our finest fleets, the war galleys, are produced inside this structure. Please observe.
This is most impressive indeed.
Yes, our war galleys are made of our finest harvested materials. Some are pure marble.
Oh wow.
We find that it has hydrodynamic properties that were unexpected but potent.
We'll take one of the marble ones for our conference.
But of course, the report that we have provided you in the morning has detailed statistics on every boat produced, including velocity and resilience. I assume you have already consulted them, so I need to inform you no further.
Yes, of course, of course.
How quick are they building
Speaking
boats
of-
out here? How many automatons they got?
In the boat building area?
Like, if I stand here, can I see a boat getting built? How long is it gonna
Oh
take?
yeah. The automaton are swarming all over it, but you know, building a boat is not us for a week. It's like it takes months to build a boat.
I love that. As an aside, I love that fucking Saxby's brother is a fucking boat builder. Like
I know.
what the fuck?
What anachronistic job is that?
Fucking so perfect for Jesus.
Do the boats have any production line issues? Are they too abundant in one? Not enough in another?
Yes, our facilities for producing vessels is our key bottleneck, but we have been instructed to keep the borders of Port Burden as they were originally produced, so we are limited in our boat building capacity. Unless,
Okay.
of course, the Chancellors decide to adjust that. And he
I
like
think
says,
you
he's like,
I think you've done a great job so far. Just,
Don't
we'll
want to change
find
too
out.
much, you know. Maybe the conference, you know, the conference.
We'll consult the conference and yeah.
So who gave you the directive to stay within the borders, and how did they give you that directive?
oh, well, the directive was issued by our founders, the great oh fuck, what was that guy, the king's name?
Oh yeah, I've forgotten. The folly of whatever.
Holly of blah blah. Damn,
Oh my-
forgotten his name. That's depressing. I really should write this shit down.
I do,
Dylan
but
writes it
searching
down.
for king doesn't really work. King is a very common suffix.
Yeah,
What about
Put
folly? Folly of
something at the end.
I've written a lot of guys' names down, like Dreknir, the Principal Durud.
Look for folly, the folly of someone.
Holly should come
Yeah.
up.
Folly,
Oh yeah.
surely.
Thermensol.
Verminsoul.
Thermensol.
Therms. Folly of Therms.
Wait, Ber? B-E-R?
Thurman.
That's a lot more
folly.
Vermansoul.
First.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. The government of Themansel has provided our directives. It is, of course, contained within the library for your perusal at your leisure.
Yes, I think as we prepare to leave, we should take some time to peruse the library and just make sure that we're across all of the things that we need to be. To take to the conference, of course. Fucking conference, Jesus, I can't. Watch me say that in something serious and just burst out laughing.
That's how everyone
It is
should say it.
important.
It's been
Confer.
bastardized. Alright. Are we done with the tour? I'm looking at going to the library
Yep.
now. I feel like that's where all the knowledge that we need is stored.
Use the information. See if there's anything that'll help us against our plight against Terra and benefit Algathera. Maybe something on entropy, but I don't think there's going to be anything on entropy here.
And I feel like, how are we doing prime directives in this town? You know, they've got a prime directive build boats, but then it's overridden by don't exceed the borders. So maybe we can introduce another one.
It's cross giants.
But that's a secondary directive.
That's true.
It's to build the boats. This directive stands at the borders, like directly contradicts build more boats.
Build more boats within this bounds.
Yeah, it's less boats.
Global
That's true.
maxima.
Because of the primeval, right? You can go out to sea as far as you want. Primeval's not there.
Yeah, exactly. Primordial ones.
Find a good library in this town.
All right,
It's
automaton Jerry, Clark, sorry. Take me to your library. I'm ready.
It's such a
Library.
beautiful town.
No library.
This might be it.
Man, even zooming out,
Oh.
this boat is so cool because I was all like zoomed in before, like to see what Bradford was saying. But then you zoom out and it's got a mast. It's got fucking
Oh no, it's actually insane.
so
I
cool.
think this is the best town we've been in.
Oh, there's even
A lot of it is the snow. I feel like a lot
It's
of
a
the
beautiful
towns
town.
look a little bit like boring on the streets and stuff. Like there's people
Yeah,
everywhere,
just buildings.
but they're just like straight
Man,
lines
that
and
one's-
stuff. But you have the snow like little around the place.
this boat's bowler as well.
It's
Yeah,
dope as
shouldn't
hell.
that be the best boat? We're over here on the crappy little dock. Maybe that's
Alright,
the one they don't give to visitors.
Maybe it was like, oh, it's got the coffin cannons.
Coffin cannons are a very popular building tool. People love the coffin cannons. Man,
Maybe this is like the bigger one, but the cool marble ones are made of it. A bit more elegant.
Oh,
and
okay.
fun.
I found the library. It's not what you think. Can you follow the ping?
I'm coming.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Really? Oh, it keeps going outwards? I don't know. It's weird.
Does that help?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it when it's smaller.
Yeah,
I
but
can
you
find the
guys are far
small thing
away.
a lot easier.
Oh, okay. I'll just shrink it then.
Yeah, because then you can just see it and hoof into it.
Is this?
Yeah, or else I'm looking for like a line,
Mm.
which is quite hard to see sometimes.
Look, this will do.
Oop.
Do we find it?
Or is it in the back?
You're at the front. You're all good.
Yeah.
Can you get in? Is there a door? Is there a door?
To the right, there's a door. It's like an iron door. Very serious door.
Where?
It's to the right.
Am I looking at the wrong building?
Oh, yeah. There is an iron door. There you go.
Hey.
Oh, nice. Going into buildings suck.
Yeah, it's rough. Hold on, this is not as
Is it
I
just-
wanted it to
Just
be.
this one book.
Oh, I had my grain layer too low, so I had none of the furnishings were there, and I'm like, fuck, this is a bit bleak. Is this gonna be? Are we just gonna get fucking murdered now? And then it's like
Through the iron
I was like,
door.
oh, pretty, I see.
They've told us we can kill the ice giants, but what is an ice giant?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am a
Okay.
bit tall for this town.
You're going to have to use your imaginations a bit because I like the concept of this building, but its lack of flooring is annoying.
It's very dark in this bit.
Yeah.
It's just got a
So
thick white
Too
rug.
much nice.
hold on, I need to find the librarian. Here we go. The librarian. Put it down on the table. That's silly. That's
Do you want me
not
to find
child.
some books? Books for us to bring in?
Why is this
The
table
librarian-
so big?
Seriously, the table's ridiculous. The librarian has to sit in the chair just to clear the table.
This table's even big for us though. Like it's a big table.
It's a huge table. I think there's like, hold on.
Oh, I
it's
can-
just a normal table
I
that's been
can-
upsized to make it bigger.
I can bring in a whole
Oh, I
library
think-
store.
I think you
In the
you're
mud.
getting too. What? There's a whole pile of books there. It's like hidden underneath
Exactly.
the table.
You sort of knock upon the door, and the librarian lets you in, and she says, "Welcome to the Barudaran Library. Your access rights as a chancellor is unlimited. Do you have any queries I can assist you with, or would you prefer to browse today?"
We were looking to get a copy of the schematics for Forge Jeknir and the port itself.
Well, yes, of course. I will be right back. And she doesn't climb across the table, but yeah, you know what I mean. She goes through this doorway into the library itself, and actually takes a staircase going down. You can sort of glimpse it through the doorway. It's a staircase that goes down, and you can sort of hear the echoes of her footsteps. It sounds like she's in a massive chamber down there. The library is huge. She returns back up, and she's like, "I have pulled a copy of the schematics for Port Bruderin from the archive, and I have returned the copy of the schematics for Forge Jeknir from the archive. Please use them at your leisure."
Would we be able to get copies of these made? We are going to a conference out across the sea to find a way to further maximize our boat production, and these would be incredibly valuable to have.
But of course, I shall get our scribe's automaton upon this task immediately. Wait.
I-
What do you mean? These are copies, of course.
Oh, wait, I thought you said these were the originals.
Um,
Did I just mishear?
The
What
world's
did I
falling
say?
apart
Don't
around
remember.
us.
The automaton are losing it.
I try to
Um,
move the table. Does it really matter wood, or am I really
Yeah,
here?
like if these
My
ones we can take,
apologies.
that's fine.
No. My apologies. I did not realize that you were requesting copies rather than the original manuscripts. Please, a few minutes. And she returns with copies. That's much better. That makes a lot more sense. Is
And this
there
whole time-
anything else I can assist you with today?
I'm just trying to bring a big book in, but I can't remember how to dump items out.
Focus on the. This is the library. You gotta perform here. I'm also. I'm out of my
I've done
depth.
it.
I
I've
can't
done
do
it.
anything.
Here you go. I found their source of truth.
Oh my god.
Download all. Here we go. Where is it?
Where did it go? Drop it again. Why is it not coming in?
It's
on the
actually
roof?
really small.
No. Are you seeing it pop up when I do it? Like it's not.
I'm not seeing anything, Cam, but you might be putting it on the roof.
I don't see it on the roof.
No, I was putting it on the street.
Oh my god.
Oh, I see it on the street. It is.
You
Is it
see it on the
actually-
street?
It's hilariously big.
Why did I see it?
It's so fucking big.
Where's this? Which street?
It's, li-
Just like right outside the front of the house.
it's so big.
I can't see it for some reason, but I saw what I was putting in.
Too big.
It-
Big book.
It's
What?
it's comically large. Hold on, let me resize this thing.
No. Oh,
There we
big.
go. I've
Can't see it though. I don't know why.
Do you
I'll
have to
put
like
it
share
inside
it
the
with us or
building.
something?
there you go. It's inside the building now. Oops.
Oh well. Theater of the mind. I have to imagine.
It's on the
Yeah.
table.
It's
Can you
big.
see it?
Oh,
I'll make it
yeah.
bigger.
Oh yeah,
there it
yeah.
is.
There it is.
Yeah.
Show its original size. Look.
Oh, okay. Let's see if it.
See if it fits in the room.
Shit.
Oh my
That's,
word.
that's what it was in the street. There we go. But I think that could be what it's like in real life. That's like the schematics for
Put
that
it
she
forward.
presented to you. No, that's ridiculous. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's
Yeah.
it's this big. That's still plenty big.
Yeah, that's a big book. I would
It's
believe
a
that.
large bulk.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nah.
Wasn't there anything
I'm-
else you wanted to ask Cam, or was it just?
No, I've told him to go murder the frost giants. Got the forge deck near. Just kind of genocide, just
No.
regular stuff.
No interest in the Pram directives.
I mean, you could do that, Ed.
I don't think I can.
Oh, Brett.
I'm too dumb.
Redman's gonna
Oh.
ask for a copy of the history of the Western dwarves.
Oh, okay. Interesting request. We do not have a singular history, but I will pull all resources from the archive. And she just starts bringing book after book after book after book after book. Like it's getting ridiculous. It's like
Please
filling
pre-
up the room.
Please prepare several traveling trunks for these.
But of course,
Because Bretwan's, while he's not like a super scholarly dwarf, he's still down for the like, yes, my great uncle my father Brett One, and his begat from his father Brett, and just fucking
Brett
15
One.
minutes, just 15 minutes of just dwarven fucking names out in the wazoo.
oh, that's delightful. Yes. Okay. Many traveling trunks are prepared for you, full of deeply detailed, unnecessarily detailed dwarven history.
Correctly detailed.
Okay. All right. Is there any business left in town?
I don't think so.
Nope.
The clerk comes back and is like, I don't mean to assume a point of authority here, but the optimization of our boat production highly relies upon you arriving upon your was it?
Unfair.
Conference. Please, we have prepared the vessel, the sharpened pickaxe for you. It is our finest in the war galley fleet.
Hmm.
Pure marble,
Pure
one
marble.
one piece to be precise. A rarity.
Wow.
Would you like to make your way aboard immediately?
Yes, we will
Yes.
go with posting
We've-
conference.
We got the plans about forechecking, right? We gotta keep it
You got 'em.
nice.
Got
You
the
got it.
planes.
Yeah.
Got the trunks full of the histories. Got everything.
You got the trunks. You got everything you need.
Yeah.
Ah, food. Make sure they pack food.
Mm,
They might forget that we need to eat.
Yeah.
All our boats are perpetually provisioned with travel supplies.
fuck. Jeez.
Do you have any
Wonder
special
Lord.
requests? Would you like some more dwarven breakfasts available for you on your travels?
Yes,
breakfast aisles?
that would be most proper.
Any
Okay,
other
get 'em.
special requests?
No, everything I've tasted here has been disappointing. Except for the breakfast ale.
That was pretty good. Which boat don't want to get on?
All right, please. This way to your vessel. And they take you to like a little dinghy that like rows you out to the finest boat in the harbour. And with that, we will finish our session for the night.
Oh, that was so good.
On
Very
to
nice.
conference.
Conference,
The
cross-giant
conference.
genocide, easy recap.
Yeah. Tune in next week to see who is it, Cameron?
Nah,
it Cameron?
Dylan.
No, it's never
That's
Cameron.
big.
Cameron always gets easy ones.
That was a big recap. That was like lore dumps central. Like,
Good
We're
luck,
gonna,
Dylan.
next recap's gonna be like we boated to Algathera.
It was three pages of notes. So
Yeah.
like,
that was heavy. That was a heavy session. I'm actually really. I'm like. I was tired going in, and I'm really tired now.
so fair.
Next
Oh my
session's
goodness.
the
Find out.